Honestly, I don't even know where to start. So last time I did one of these videos, I mentioned I was having surgery, right? So I found out that I'm getting one of my toes amputated again. That happened. Also, a lot of other stuff happened since last time we talked. Let me give you the rundown. I survived a code blue.
Code blue. Code blue.
If you're not familiar with what that is, well, you will be by the end of this video. So, let's talk. So, my surgery was scheduled for August 4th. Cool. I knew it was a little bit far off. My toe was hurting. If you're not familiar with what was going on, I was getting my right pinky toe amputated. Cool, not a problem. I'm already missing 2 toes on my left foot.
What did you say?
Because of my blood sugar, my diabetes, with my history of cancer and everything, I have a really bad immune system. Like when I had my stem cell transplant in 2006, pretty much my immune system got destroyed, and I'm the opposite of Wolverine.
I don't lose my hair.
I knew what I was getting myself into. I was in so much pain.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
I ran out of oxy. I called my doctor's office. He wasn't in town. So another doctor told me to come in. So I did. As soon as I took off my sock, he's like, you know what?
Ew! I don't want to see that.
I'm operating tomorrow. You've already eaten today. You have to have an empty stomach. You know, the whole don't eat before surgery.
Skip to the end.
So I got admitted to the hospital. Awesome. So I knew this was on a Saturday. I knew that Sunday I was going to get my toe amputated. Cool. It's an easy procedure, and honestly, my toe was just barely holding on. What I remembered is I met up with the anesthesiast when they took me downstairs to the OR. We started talking about if I have ever had any problems with anesthesia or anything, and I was like, nope, no problem. I've had tons of surgery, you know, with all my cancer history. I'm a Frankenstein, what can I say? And I remember going into the surgery room, but nothing after. I wake up, I have 10-15 people around me. I'm like, oh, my first reaction was, did anyone call my fiance to tell her the surgery went well? You know, are we done with the surgery? Is everything okay? And my throat was super dry. Honestly, I was talking like this. I had such a hard time talking. And then what I realized was I was trying to pull a tube out of my throat. What happened, they told me, they're like, don't worry, you're perfectly fine, you're stable again. And you know, when someone's telling you this and you're waking up from anesthesia, you're just like,
Okay.
They are like, you did code blue during surgery.
The patient's condition deteriorates and the code team is activated.
I have a code blue at 26.
If you're not familiar with code blue, let's get an expert to explain what it means.
A code blue is the situation that is occurring when you walk into the room and you realize your patient is not breathing or they do not have a pulse.
So, apparently, my heart stopped beating for 2 minutes.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warnings.
So, I was kind of dead. For a couple minutes, 1 minute here, 1 minute there. Honestly, I don't remember anything. As I was trying to move and get myself comfortable and realized, you know, what just happened, my ribs started hurting. And they're like, don't worry, you know, you had compression, you had CPR, it does a number on your ribs. You don't have any broken ribs. So all of this is kind of super blurry, and I'm sorry if this video is kind of like all over the place, but this is how I remembered what happened. Next thing I know, you know, I go back to sleep. I wake up a couple hours later and I ask my nurse, I'm like, so what happened during surgery? And she explained to me that my heart stopped working. So that's super scary, you know, when you find out that your heart stops working. my fiance came to the hospital later that day, or maybe, you know, I know she told me she came as soon as the doctor called her, but everything is such a blur in my head. I was there for a couple days after. Just, they wanted to make sure everything was okay, you know. And my first reaction was like, holy I died.
Let's just be clear. I tasted death.
I'm sorry you tasted death.
You know, I'm a big fan of the Latin phrase, memento mori. And it's honestly a tattoo I want to get. And it's, as soon as my doctor tells me I can get tattoos again, it's something I'm going to get. The whole premise of memento mori, like, you will die one day.
It's too bad she won't live. But then again, who does?
It will happen to all of us. It's crazy. Like, I came home, I looked around, I was like, I'm happy to be home. But also, I almost didn't come home. And I have no idea who did the CPR. You know, if I ever get a chance to meet that person, I want to give them a hug and shake their hand and tell them thank you for saving my life. You know, also, ow, my ribs were hurting. I got admitted Saturday. I came home on Tuesday. Now, I was exhausted. I couldn't even get comfortable in bed. I had to like twist and turn. Like I used some of my pillows to like hold myself and just try and make myself comfortable. A couple months ago, my fiance got me this giant peep stuffed animal that I call Epictetus, after the Stoic philosopher, because, you know, that's how nerdy I am. But I was trying to like get comfortable holding it. I couldn't. Thursday night into Friday, I was short of breath. I was literally like crying how bad I was short of breath. I felt like Darth Vader in a way. I was like this, and right away she woke up and she's like, let's go to the emergency room. Went back to the hospital. Because of the compression, I had too much water around my heart. They gave me this antibiotic, which I forgot. I'm gonna put the name right there. And holy crap, did that make me pee. The doctor told me it was gonna make me pee, and it did. It really got rid of all the fluids. I was there for a couple more days. In the middle of all this, they gave me like a heart monitor. It was funny because they looked like an old school hard drive in a weird way, but that was attached to me. It was like a portable heart monitor. If anything was going on with my heart, they would have rushed in. Luckily, I did not have heart failure. There was a possibility that I had pneumonia, so I got cured for that. There is some good stuff that came out of all this. I know it sounds like there isn't. It sounds like there's a lot of craziness that happened more than anything. The good part is I finally got medicine for my blood pressure. They've also given me medicine for my heart. I'm 44 years old, but my body is probably like 85 years old. I want to give a huge, huge thank you to my amazing fiance for putting up with my dogs. They were so happy to see me when I came home. And everyone that reached out to me, like over social media, over text, over voicemails, anything. You know, you guys are amazing, and I may have not commented back on everything, but I saw it, and you guys had me crying.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
I was stuck in the hospital. I got myself a Nintendo Switch. Both myself and Alicia are now addicted to Animal Crossing, so we've been playing that. It's fun. I also got addicted to a bad TV show, Reba. I watched all 6 seasons. And you know what? I'm a survivor. Just like my girl Reba. A couple of cool things also. I was a guest on Reading Dune, about one of my favorite chapters in Dune Messiah, the podcast I'm part of, Dune Talk. We did an interview with Super 7, the toy designers, so that should be up shortly, or will be up by the time this video's up. I will link everything, and honestly, I'm just glad I'm back. I'm going to start making these videos more often. Sorry I had to take a little month off almost. Like I said, it's been insane. Thanks again to everyone for your support. You guys are amazing.